friends, welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be doing my December TBR slash POP. So that is the books that I want to read, or my pile of possibilities for the month of December, the last month of 2021. It's been a fantastic reading year. It's been so fun on BookTube. I am a little bit of a Grinch. I don't really care about Christmas. I'm definitely one of the few people who would totally skip Christmas if I could and just move on to the rest of the year. And not for really any particular reason. I love to spend time with family. I love getting together and all that kind of stuff. I love being cozy. I love reading, but I don't like the cold. I don't necessarily love the holiday. I wanna be in summer again. I'm sorry, please don't hate me for all of those that are obsessed and love Christmas. All that to say, I don't have any Christmas books on my TBR. I don't necessarily care to read about Christmas themed books. Again, no offense to absolutely anyone that does enjoy those. They just don't appeal to me personally. So my TBR, although not Christmassy, does have wintry themed books that fit into this like wintry cool season, and books that seem to give off that vibe, and a few other just absolutely random ones. This is a minimal TBR. I'm only going to mention 10 books. On average, I read between 15 and 20 books a month. I'm trying to slow it down for 2022. 3 of these books though are huge, so they're going to take me a little bit of time. I hope to read all 10 of them. I don't really expect to read much more, but I will just leave it open-ended. If I do complete all these and feel like reading something else, we'll see what I pick up. I'm going to start with my number one priority. It will 100% get read. I'm promising you that, and myself that, and that is Little Women by Louisa May Alcott. I've been wanting to read this book for so long. I got this lovely Puffin and Bloom edition forever ago, and I'm so excited to finally get to it. I will be buddy reading this along with Tiffany from Beautiful Minutia, and she's reading it with some of her friends and subscribers, and that will be the ultimate motivating factor for me to actually pick this up. This specific edition falls to the almost 800 page mark, so it is a bit of a chunker, but I am expecting to absolutely love this story. This is a story about family. I've watched the movie adaptation, the newest one, and it was chef's kiss. It was incredible. So my expectation for enjoying this is quite high, and I'm very excited. And I know that this isn't necessarily a Christmas book. I believe like the opening chapters are all during Christmas. So all that to say, I will be reading this. Join us if you have it on your TBR too. Read it in the month of December with us, and let's talk about it. Moving on to my second highest priority, this book will also be read, and that is Winter Garden by Kristin. This specific book will round out and complete my 2-year-long challenges. For Buzzwordathon, it's to read a book with a season or time of day or something in the title, so winter. And then for Chantel's Read Your Bookshelf Challenge, it's to read a book that has a wintry scene on the cover. I've now read 3 of Kristin Hannah's books. One, The Nightingale, was an all-time favorite. I read that like 7 years ago though. And then recently I've read The Great Alone, which I gave 4 stars, and The Four Winds, which I gave 3 stars. We'll see how this one holds up. I don't fully know what this one entails. I just know that it's about 2 sisters and it's set in St. Petersburg, but I've heard that it'll make me cry. But I love a good sister story, and I love anything that's set in Russia. So excited to finally check this one off my TBR. So those 2 books were must read. Everything else is we'll see, but I hope to get to. The first one being As Bright as Heaven by Susan Meissner. This was a favorite for so many people last year. I absolutely loved Nature of Fragile Things. I think Susan Meissner has the potential to become a favorite author of mine, so I'd love to get to this one. This is set in 1918 during the Spanish flu epidemic in Philadelphia, I believe. I think the alternate cover to this is a wintry cover, so this might be set during winter time as well. Not entirely sure though. Another one that's been on my TBR for a very long time, and that is Burial Rites by Hannah Kent. This one's been on my radar really since starting to watch BookTube. I feel like a lot of people who read historical fiction have said good things about this one. It's set in Iceland. It's following a witch trial. I don't think it's paranormal, but it's about a woman who was accused of being a witch, and it feels just cold and icy and sad and just kind of intense, and it just fits this wintry vibe. So would love to finally get to this one in December. I mentioned this next book in my Historathon TBR, but I didn't get to it, and that is Redeeming Love by Francine Rivers. This would be a reread for me. I consider this book an all-time favorite. I've read it twice now. The last time was probably 6 or 7 years ago, and I'm due for a reread because the movie is coming out in January. This book is a historical retelling of the biblical story of Hosea and Gomer. This is set during the California Gold Rush, and it follows a prostitute and a man named Matthew, and she's trying to let go of her past and move on, and he's trying to help her see a better life. I'm due for a reread. I'm curious how this one holds up now that I feel like I've become a more critical reader, so we'll see. 2 other historical fiction books that I would love to get to in the month of December is the Outlander series, continuing it. So I've currently read books 1 through 4. I was gonna read all of these, including the 9th book that just came out by the end of this year. That's probably not gonna happen because, let's be honest, these are like over 1,000-page books, but I would love to continue reading. So this is book 5 and this is book 6, Fiery Cross and A Breath of Snow and Ashes. So yeah, that's the plan. I'm really enjoying this series. It's not perfect by any means. It has some faults. I think they are a bit excessively long sometimes, and the main action takes a little while to get to, but the main characters, Claire and Jamie, are really fun to root for. There's a lot of side characters now that just add so much to the story, and they have their daughter Brianna, and so it's fun to root for her and her life now. So my hopes is to definitely read this one, which is book 5, and we'll see if book 6 happens. I don't know, no promises, but that's the hope. And then finally, for this December TBR and my pile of possibilities, I really hope to read both of these, which is The Thursday Murder Club and The Man Who Died Twice. This is a mystery that came out last year and the sequel was just released this year. I've seen a few people rate The Thursday Murder Club 5 or 4 stars. Chantal specifically said that maybe this was one of the most entertaining reads she's ever read. Now, Thursday Murder Club will definitely be read because I'm currently halfway through it, so I'm enjoying it and listening to the audiobook. And then this is the continuation of the story. It follows this group of retired folks that are living in England, and they love to get together and talk about unsolved crimes, and then they get sucked into an actual murder that happens in their community. It's really fun, it's witty, it's clever, it's humorous. It's giving me the same kind of energy as Finlay Donovan Is Killing It. That's also kind of this like funny, quirky murder mystery, and this is giving me that same kind of vibe. So I'm enjoying it, and I will be definitely finishing it and hopefully reading this one as well. That's all, folks. Those are the books that I hope to get to in December. I'm excited to be rounding out this year with some fantastic reads. I have really high expectations for a lot of these books, and we'll see how the month goes and what else may or may not be picked up. Thanks so much for watching and for tuning in. I appreciate the love, and I'll see you guys in another book video soon. Bye!